Yo, what up?
Whoa, we synced. That wasn't even planned or anything.
What up, guys? Another quick podcast. We're always quick, 45 minutes
4 hours later.
or shorter.
So, what's going on?
We wanted to just record something while we're both in the same building so we can get you the best audio quality possible. We just got off recording the iPhone versus Android, so if you haven't listened to that one, I think that's episode 12. That was last week's. Go ahead and listen to that. What are we talking about this week?
There's so much to talk about.
That
usually means that I don't have an agenda. And we're trying to find some time to fill it up. But why don't you go ahead
a lot of people have been tweeting me. If you don't know my Twitter, Jin will tell it to you.
I actually don't know. Is it DEYCALLGEO?
Call me Geo.
They call me Geo.
Not they call Geo. Why would they call Geo? They call me Geo. But a lot of people have been requesting for you to talk more about your dating life.
Yeah, I was at a Rutgers game the other day, right? It was such a fun game.
Oh, don't change the subject.
Yeah. Wait, what? Is that a phone call?
Yeah, Nikki's calling.
Right,
let's get Nikki on the podcast. Let's get her on the podcast. Hold on. Hello?
Hi.
So, what's up?
I keep trying to buy something online, and the LastPass thing comes up, and then I go to PayPal, and then it sends me back to the site, and then it sends me back to PayPal again.
So, what I wanted to talk about was sex.
Huh?
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Oh, you must be doing a podcast with Jin.
Yes, you're on the podcast.
Oh, hi guys.
What do you have to say to all our loyal listeners, our fans?
Why don't we start asking Jin about his sex life?
Oh, so see, I didn't even say anything. Somebody's asking about your single/sex life.
Okay.
We can't talk about it.
I'm more concerned about what Nikki wants to talk about with the PayPal thing issue that she's having?
Oh, no, LastPass.
Wait, you were just talking about
yeah, so, honestly, yeah, so my company owns an app where it's password manager, right? We have so many passwords today, so many websites, email, Facebook, Instagram, all these passwords and logins, and we have an app that manages it. A lot of people are using it. I use it, and it's great. A lot of people are using it, having issues with it. I remember I used one in the past, and I did have a bad experience. You're saying you're using one now, and you're, tired of it. So, I don't know. I guess it's not...
It's not that I'm tired of it. I just stopped using it.
No, the one I have is good. I'll show you later, Nikki. Just press close for now and whatever. But it's got a lot of benefits, but I guess it's harder to use than most people think.
Okay.
All right. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye.
Yeah, and I guess that's, a main thing that in life in general is just when you are used to something or it fits what you need or what you want, even though it could be the greatest thing, somebody else can look at it like, what the F?
Yeah, man, what the F? Stupid. What the F?
So this is truly going to be the shortest podcast ever because apparently we have nothing.
No. Okay, so let's talk about a couple things. Number one, news. It's always a good topic.
I'm backed up. I can't put into this. I'm backed up on my news.
Okay, so let's talk about iPhone. That's always a fun. Actually,
we did that last week.
But there's been some development, right? Because I think last week, did we talk about why the iPhone failed in terms of the facial recognition? And then the excuse came, or the explanation.
The excuse, exactly. I mean, it honestly really doesn't matter. He could have said that there was too much Bluetooth interference in the hall. It doesn't matter what he says. It's going to be an excuse either way. The thing is, it failed during a demo. Will it work? Of course it'll work. Will it be great? Probably.
So the funny thing is, do you remember when that fail happened? I was watching, I don't know if you were, but I actually put in a separate Hangouts chat. I was like, oh, look, we had an Android moment.
No, I don't remember that. But why would he wipe his face if it had to do with it was messed up?
Huh?
Why did he wipe his face? He went like this.
If anything, he probably succumbed to the pressure of it failing.
Yeah. So which Android moment that failed that you remember? Are you just saying it?
I think in general, when I had Android and there were so many cool apps that we would download and would be able to show, like in terms of like the features, we'd be like, oh, I can't wait to show some. And this is when I was Team Android, and I would show people. I was like, hey, look how cool this feature is. And then I go to show it, and guess what?
I think that's either because you hacked it and did it wrong. Like you're having issues with this great app Valley you used. You were on Google Maps and you couldn't pinpoint a location. I mean, things like that are just happening, and you're just gearing it towards your view of how you want it to look.
I think you're wrong. And your mom, you know
So,
what she is?
Tell me about these new Apple updates or this news.
I don't know. That was the only news I was telling you about.
What is this?
There isn't. I mean, iOS 11 is out now,
Okay.
so you can download it. I'm not going to download it yet because I like App Valley and those apps, so I want to kind of wait on it. Other than that, yeah, I would say, I don't know. I got to try to see it. All right, here's something I will talk about because it's happening right now. So I sold these drone canvases that I had in Asbury Park. I sold them, and the lady that owns this shop called Asbury, let's not throw names out there. Anyway, the lady that owns this shop, I met up with her, and she's like, oh yeah, I need to pay you for them, but she didn't remember how much she sold them for. And now I wrote it down, I forgot where. So now I search into Facebook to find out, and I can't zoom in to see what the price was.
Because Facebook compressed the ammo.
Yeah.
Why can't you find where this photo is in your gallery?
Because it's a
in your
cell
storage?
phone, and I couldn't find it. I don't know. I looked in Google Photos.
Took it on your cell phone, or you took it?
I took it on my
camera?
cell phone because what I did was I dropped the picture off, and as I dropped the picture off, I just took a cell phone picture of it. I didn't have my SLR or anything, so yeah, it's a shame. What else more can I
Should
say?
be in Google Photos, and that's kind of messed up that she didn't remember how much she sold it for. Like, there's no contract and what you write up and what you want for it, and
September 7th. Okay. Oh, 2016. Yeah, I was over here. No, there wasn't any contract or anything. So, anyway, what else is up? Gio.
nothing. You were in a rush to podcast. Tell me what is on the agenda.
So, I really wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about some speculation in terms of DJI and drones. Oh, another thing, speaking of drones, I'm on the verge of taking the drone certification 107 test. I hope to have it done before the next podcast. I hope to ace it. So let me kind of address how lazy I am now that I'm an adult, okay? I hate studying, and I hate studying where you need to apply certain core concepts and principles that you learn to get an answer right. And so when it comes to the Section 107 test, you have to understand a lot of elements like airspace, weather, charts, regulations, rules, and all these other things. And the things I memorize the easiest are numbers, right? So like it takes, 90 days that you have to apply for a certain authorization to fly in a certain area with ATC, air traffic control. So those are the things that I memorize and I'm good at. But the things that I suck at are like sectional charts. And for example, if you want to fly at a certain airport or a certain area, how do they designate that area for what type of zone it is in terms of airspace? Anyway, I understand it at a very stupid, core, simple level, but to actually apply what you need to know to a test, it's a little bit more complicated. So what I'm doing is I'm crossing my fingers and not fully understanding that part and taking the test. And I've taken about 5 or 6 practice tests. I've scored at least 80%, roughly 80 to about 87%. The most recent one I did, I scored a 91%. All you need is a 70 to pass. What do you think? Am I good enough to go?
Yeah. I think you should just do it.
Perfect. Then it shall be done.
Why are you so scared to take it?
It's not that I'm scared to take it. I just have to find the time to take it now. And that's the reality. I haven't found the time to take it. I was going to try to call it the airport that's near here, but dealing with the testing company was a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to kind of wait it out, I suppose. Maybe this weekend. I'll try to get it done. So anyway,
So what I'm doing, what's new for me, one of my Bluetooth headsets that I had for over 10 years went kind of away. I don't know, it's not working. I haven't really played with it, but I said, oh, maybe it's time for a new one. So I started looking around and found these really cool Bluetooth headsets. I'm going to put the video up on my review channel. But yeah, it's something I'm trying out right now. Want to see what is. I'm so distracted right now.
By what?
I wonder if you can
What?
tell in
By
my
what?
voice.
What's the distraction, Gio?
Yeah, nobody cares about this drone or Bluetooth stuff.
What's the distraction, Gio?
Oh man. So yeah, that's all we have today on this podcast.
I guess that would be it.
This is gonna be a hidden episode. We're not publishing this one.
That means you're going to publish it right away.
This is terrible. Okay,
It's pretty good.
let's play the outro for the longest podcast on record.
Well, the thing is, I actually do have an outro set up just for this episode. So
Just this episode. This is a special one.
just this one. And so now I wasn't sure if you're ready for it. If you're ready, I'll go ahead and do it.
I'm ready. I'm waiting.
You think everybody else is ready
I
though?
think everybody's ready.
Okay, so then on the count of three, and we typically do this on the count of three, we'll be like, oh, we're just gonna turn it off. But you know what though?
We don't turn it off. It's something happens with the recording or something. We're always ready to play this intro.
But this time, we're gonna do it. We're really gonna do it. Here we go. That's it. That's the outro.
What was that?